What's up, guys? So something very exciting happened early this morning. There was a Japanese Dragon Ball Fighter stream that had a guest appearance by two of the developers, the game director, and then I believe the lead designer from Arc System Works working on the game. And we got a big announcement that there's going to be a character balance patch coming in a week, in like 5 days. This is crazy. So here I've just compiled some slides from their little presentation they did. The first one, this just says Dragon Ball FighterZ updates. And then the second slide here, they say March 27th, which is 6 days away. Large character adjustment, meaning like this is a big patch. They're changing pretty much every single character in the game, I believe. And here there was kind of like a comedic thing where the guy pulled out basically the list of character changes, and it's this gigantic notebook. So like every character is seeing big buffs from this patch, it seems like. From what I've seen, there are no nerfs. So if you're the kind of person who thinks that characters should be buffed to be strong instead of making the strong characters weak, I think that you're really gonna like this patch. So we've got huge slides of changes. I don't think this is comprehensive. I think there's going to be more changes on top of this, because they are releasing the full patch notes on the 26th, the day before the patch comes out. But this is what we have so far, so I'm just going to run through them pretty quickly and not dwell too much. So on this slide, by the way, these translations are all done by Hichan on Twitter. I am linking his Twitter down in the description. Please follow him and thank him very, very much for translating these changes, because I never would have been able to do it myself. So anyway, let's run through these slides real quick. Super Saiyan Goku, his overhead punch, quarter circle forward attack, different properties on hit, better reward. It's possible this means that it will ground bounce. That's something people are talking about, maybe the potential that they are adding ground bounce effects to certain attacks, but anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Also, his jump down heavy now launches forward for easier air combos, or something to that effect. They say it's easier to combo with his jump down heavy now. Super Saiyan Vegeta, his air quarter circle forward plus S, the Ki Blast Barrage, is increased in speed, and now his air final flash will always cause a knockdown, even when done from way up in the air. So that seems pretty nice. Piccolo, his quarter circle forward attacks, the teleport thingy where he teleports through you, can now be used against airborne opponents in combos and pressure. The translator said that he's not positive about this change, but that's what he thinks it is. Also, easier to pick up the opponent after hitting with Hellzone Grenade. I assume this is talking about with sort of his stretchy arm throw. It's easier to use that in Hellzone Grenade combos. Not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Teen Gohan, 236X, meaning his legs attacks, his kick attacks, follow-ups, can now be done with the H button, and you're now able to combo afterwards mid-screen. Sounds pretty nice. And easier to combo jump 236L, so his jump sort of lightning legs attack, into supers. Cool. Frieza, his standing light and crouching light have faster startup, so this is really nice. I'm not sure if they're going to be 6 frames, which would make it tied for, you know, the fastest move with most other moves. That would be my assumption, which would be pretty nice. And also 214S, which is his like Destructo Disc thing that they go and then they come back at him. They're now plus even if you block the discs. So I guess if you and the opponent both block the Destructo Discs, Frieza is going to recover faster. So pretty nice buff for him there. Ginyu, this is a really fun one. Ginyu can now call Ginyu Force in 2 different ways with different effects. So I'm not sure exactly how you're going to input this, but basically every Ginyu Force call now has an alternate way of calling it. So for example, you can summon Goldo in a different location instead of right in front of you like normal. And also you can summon Birder to fly around on the ground instead of way up in the sky. So this seems pretty huge. I think Ginyu players are going to love that. And then finally on this slide we've got Trunks. His quarter circle forward attack properties on hit changed. I assume this is going to be giving him easier sliding knockdowns, or perhaps giving him ground bounces like I discussed with Super Saiyan Goku. Also, it's easier to keep pressuring even if they block 236M, so I assume that's like a frame advantage increase. Now able to follow up 214X, his little backflip thingy, with a variety of attacks. So I guess he has more follow-ups now. and then jump S after this little flip thingy has been buffed. Okay, that's the first slide. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these, but I'm going to go through them all, guys. Next up, we've got Cell. Better reward when hitting with 236 X. So his spinny sort of blender attack, better reward when hitting. This could be a decrease to damage scaling, or maybe it could be ground bounce. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then his jump 214H can now be followed up on hit. So that's air perfect attack can now be followed up on hit. We'll have to see how that works out. Android 18, her standing light has faster startup. So again, I'm assuming that means it's going to be 6 frames. That seems pretty good for a low. Maybe it won't be 6 frames. Maybe it'll be 7 or something, but still, that's a nice buff. And also easier to follow up jump down heavy on hit. Oh my gosh. Even if that's just a quality of life change, it doesn't. If it doesn't enable new combos, it just makes her existing combos easier to do. That is still such a nice change, because following up her jumping 2H can be pretty annoying sometimes, especially after like Dragon Rush. Gotenks 236H buffed, better reward on hit. So I guess this is his machine gun punch heavy version. I don't know if that means he's going to be able to like solo combo off it on hit. That would be interesting. 214S, which is his missile barrage thing, can now be followed up. Not sure exactly how, but it mentions using it to try to catch people trying to get away from you. So that's pretty cool, because that move is not really useful outside of combo situations that much, so I'd be interested to see if it has some cool new applications now. Now my boy Krillin, his S moves are buffed, can now follow up with 236 attacks on hit for slide knockdown. So don't know if this means that mid-screen maybe he can get meterless sliding knockdown by jumping S into his teleport attack. That would be sick. Don't know if we're gonna get that, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Mid-screen meterless hard knockdowns, that would be amazing. Also, movement during ground 236X, again, that's his after image attack. Movement during ground after image has changed. Don't know what that means. Maybe they changed the trajectory. Maybe they alter what happens when you hold the button and you like teleport with it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But in my opinion, after image is a pretty terrible attack outside of certain combos. So if they give it some more mid-screen utility, that would be pretty nice. Next up, we got Kid Buu. 236L doesn't leap forwards afterwards. Okay. I don't really know what this is going to change, but okay. 214, his quarter circle back attacks properties change. They now give sliding knockdown in combos now. So, it seems like pretty minor buffs for Kid Buu, which, you know, he was already a pretty ridiculous character, so I don't think he needed that much. Majin Buu. 214X's properties changed on hit. Follow-up now gives sliding knockdown. So again, like, this seems like fairly minor to me. This is his sort of backflip overhead thing. But I guess maybe this will enable new combo enders for him. And then 236H on hit now restrains the opponent. Again, like, I guess this is new routes for restands or something. I'm not sure. That's seems like minor changes to Majin Buu as well. Maybe some slight new combo routes opening up, but that seems about it. But as for someone who's really exciting here, Nappa. So his standing Ki Blast attack is now a 2-hit move, and it beats other Ki Blasts. How sick is that? So that's great. Giving Nappa some maybe better neutral options. That's something he struggles a lot with. And this is a big one too. When you use the heavy version of Cyberman Plant, you can now choose its attacks while planting it. So I don't know if you're gonna like key in a little combination, or you just like press a button and that determines what the first attack it'll do is. But wow, this is gonna be sick for like combo videos and stuff. I can only imagine the craziness you can do if you can pre-select what the Cyberman is gonna do when he comes out of the ground and like choose the order of his attacks. That is so cool. I think Nappa players are going to be very happy. Even if this doesn't like make him a really good character, it's at least really, really neat, and it kind of leans into what's interesting about the character. So I like that a lot. Next slide, let's move on. Android 16, jump too heavy, so his jumping down heavy is now an overhead. Okay, that's fine, I guess. And his jumping, medium, and heavy command grabs, his quarter circle forward command grabs, can now be followed up on hit. And I believe that means solo. He can follow them up solo. So that seems pretty good. Seems like maybe if you really call someone out, you predict they're going to jump, and you jump and meet them in the air with a command grab. Now you're going to get a full combo off it, so that's pretty cool. Yamcha, my boy Yamcha, got some really nice changes here. So Wolfang Fist follow-ups can now be used on whiff. Oh my god. So you whiff the first hit of Wolfang Fist, and then you can follow it up with more like Wolfang Fist follow-ups. That's crazy. This is going to let him move across the screen so fast and set up really stupid cross-ups. I already know it. And then, to make it even better, now his quarter circle back, the Gale Wolfang uppercut or whatever, that can now be used as a follow-up to Wolfang Fist to counter people in the air. Oh my god, this is crazy. So you do Wolfang Fist, and then it misses because they jumped. Well, just cancel it into the Gale Claw and then anti-air them. That is so sick, dude. These changes are crazy for Yamcha. I love it. Tien, quarter circle back attacks properties. So this is like that knee drop, I'm pretty sure. Properties on hit have changed. Better reward when opening people up with it. So I assume this means he can now start a combo with this solo, maybe? That seems really good. This attack is reactable, but it is an overhead, so if you catch someone crouching with this attack and you get a combo, that seems really nice. And this is another really crazy one. Quarter circle forward plus S, so this would be his Dodon Ray, now has a follow-up if you hold the S button. What is that about? We'll have to wait and see. Like, is he now going to be able to combo off this without using Vanish? That would be insane, but yeah, I don't know. It seems interesting. Big changes for Tien, for sure. Adult Gohan, now easier to follow up jumping 236, so like his air legs. Now easier to follow that up with supers. Okay, seems pretty minor. And then 214 attacks, so his teleport attacks, reward on hit has increased. So again, like, is this going to be a ground bounce? Is he going to be able to combo off this solo? We'll have to wait and see, but it seems like, you know, they're not really giving these characters crazy new mix-ups, but they are giving them increased reward with their existing mix-ups. So that's kind of interesting. Next up, we've got Hit. So his heavy follow-up stance is easier to follow up on hit when it crosses the opponent up. So again, like, is he going to get solo combos off of his cross-ups? That would be very nice for Hit. And this is a really fun one. 236HS, so this would be like his alternate level 1, now spends all your meter. So however many meters you have, it's going to spend it all, and it deals more damage depending on the number of bars used. Oh my god, that's godlike. That's really, really cool. So Hit can now be the only character in the game with a level 7 super. That is pretty badass. I like it. Next up, we've got Goku Blue. His jump 214, meaning his aerial dive kick, is buffed. Medium version, easier to combo into. Heavy version has automatic follow-up now. I guess, does that mean it's like cooler or something? How it has a follow-up to his dive kick heavy version. But comboing into the medium version easier is great. That means he's going to get more sliding knockdowns without having to spend meter. I like it. And his level 3 moves further on activation. I guess this might enable new combos, or it might just make his level 3 a little bit easier to hit people with. I don't know. Seems minor, but the change to his dive kick does seem really nice. And then Vegeta Blue, they're being a little bit vague here. So his quarter circle forward attacks, his sort of kick barrage attacks, are very buff, but they didn't give us many details. But they say, keep pressuring your opponent with speedy attacks. Don't know what this means. Is he going to get more reps of the Rekka that he can do? I'm not sure. Especially with the guard cancel changes, I'm not really sure what they could do to this attack to make it good for pressure, but we'll have to wait and see. Also, easier to grab the opponent with quarter circle back. So his sort of command grab where he drags you to the ground, easier to combo into. I like it. Is he going to have nice meterless combo enders now? That would be good, because really Vegeta Blue's combos without using meter are not anything special. So I like that change a lot. And let's move on to the next slide. Next up, we got Beerus. So his jump medium is easier to hit crouching opponents now. Seems pretty minor, but I guess it's like a slight quality of life improvement. You can use this to instant air dash on people. I don't know, seems fine. and now easier to follow up quarter circle forward heavy on hit. So these are much more minor buffs than I was expecting. I mean, quality of life changes, improvements to combos, I'm sure, but like that's not really what Beerus's problem is. But we'll see. They might have more in store for the God of Destruction, but for now I'm a little bit disappointed. Goku Black. If you hold forward when using 5S, a faster projectile is fired. So this is really nice, actually. I think this will help his neutral a lot and maybe help him set up teleport pressure a little bit easier. Seems very good to me. Also easier to combo jump 214M and aerial combos. So sounds similar to Goku Blue. It's just easier to combo into the air dive kick now. At least that's my impression. Seems pretty nice. Android 21 can now use 214X as a follow-up to 236S. So I guess this means she can maybe solo combo off of her command throw a little bit. That seems kind of nice. And here's kind of a crazy one. You can only use her absorbed special moves once, but they are greatly buffed. So I guess the idea is if you command throw someone, you steal a Kamehameha from them or whatever, you do the same input again, the same input you used to do that command throw. Kamehameha is going to come out. It's going to be powerful because it's buffed, but then it's gone. You lost it. So now you have to command throw them again if you want to do it again. Overall, I think I like this change. I think her absorbed attacks were never really that useful. I think most of the time you would rather have a command throw just because it gives her more mix-up options and more combo options. So overall, I think this change is pretty cool. I am interested to see what that does, but yeah, that's interesting, I guess. Bardock, 214, so his spinny dishwasher move. Properties changed on hit. Once again, they're being very vague about this. I wonder if this means he's going to be able to solo combo off it without vanish. We'll have to see. And then his aerial spear super, so the thing where he throws the blue ball, now launches the opponent diagonally downwards. I guess this is for easier Z changes afterwards. Seems fine. Broly, easier to get combo after jump 214. So correct me if I'm wrong, I don't play Broly, but that's his air command grab, am I right? Easier to get knockdown afterwards, so I guess that seems okay. And then now his alternate super input, so if you do a super with HS instead of AB, now has different properties. I mean LM, not AB, but you know what I mean. So now he has 2 level 1s, or I guess he has a level 1 and then a slightly different level 1. So we'll really have to see what these different properties are, but that's interesting. They're basically giving him a new level 1, it seems like. It might be a similar animation, but if it has different uses and properties, maybe it'll enable some different combos. So again, pretty cool that they're willing to make some actual, like, impactful changes in terms of giving him, like, a new super input. So that's kind of cool. Vegito, easier to grab opponent with his anti-air grab. Works against Vanish. So I'm guessing they're adding invincibility to air attacks to his anti-air grab, which is a nice buff. I like that. And now his air level 3 gets hard knockdown at any height, similar to Super Saiyan Vegeta. Fine. That's a cool change, I guess. I'm down with that. Fuzed Zamasu, normal's buffed overall, and his 2H hitbox increased. Ooh, me like this change, man. His 2H is a huge pain. It's really annoying because it's hard to combo into and it misses a lot. Don't like that move, so I'm excited for the buff to that, and I'm excited to see how they buff the rest of his normals as well. And now also his attacks while in flight mode have been powered up. So this seems great. Big changes for Zamasu. I like it a lot. Pretty happy to see this. Alright, we're on to the last slide of characters here. Base Goku. His 2 SSS, so this is his little ki blast thing that comes out of the ground and then he stomps on you, now gives sliding knockdown. It can be cancelled into supers. I guess that's kind of nice. I don't feel like that move is super useful, but that's kind of a nice change. But this is a really good one. His 214 attack, his command throw, properties change, better reward on hit. So again, is he going to be able to solo combo off his command throw without using Vanish? That would be most excellent. That would be a massive buff and really fix one of the biggest issues with base Goku, being that You know, he's got these built-in mix-up tools, but he just doesn't get anything off him. So if he gets a solo combo off this into sliding knockdown, that would be pretty nice. Base Vegeta, so his 2-1-4 attacks, now easier to connect at end of combos. That's his little knee drop, so I guess this might enable some new sliding knockdowns at the end of combos. That would be handy. And then 2-1-4-S, people forget this move exists. I believe this is his command throw, where he like picks you up off the ground, you know what I'm talking about? Now special cancelable and easier to follow up afterwards. So that's pretty cool. An oft forgotten move. You can now go from that into special moves, and now it's easier to follow up. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that change. Cooler 3H. So this is his sort of moving forward punch that is projectile invincible. It's easier to use, easier to follow up on hit. So again, like solo combos off this on hit, that would be very, very nice. That would be a big, big buff to Cooler. Also, 236M and H, so this is his medium and heavy dive kicks, are now plus on block. So I like this a lot. I think these are pretty huge buffs for Cooler. One of his issues is he doesn't really have good mix-ups because he doesn't have a low hitting down light, and he doesn't have a command throw or anything either. So instead, now he can basically make you block forever. Like if you don't get willing to press a button, he'll make you block forever. So now his game will be more like, okay, I dare you to press a button. Like if they think that you're gonna do this dive kick to be plus on block, you know, they want to press a button, but instead, you know, you can do like 6H or something to punish them with a little frame trap. So I like it. I like these Cooler changes a lot. I think it's gonna help him a lot, actually. 17. Ooh, low tier 17. Let's see what they did for him. So quarter circle forward follow-ups buff, better reward on hit. This better reward on hit thing, man, they're giving this to like everyone. Like, okay, is he gonna get better combos now? Is he gonna get good combos if he lands the Rekka? We'll have to see. And then his barrier super, his jump 236 light plus medium, can now be used on ground. I like this. And invincible startup, and I believe they're implying that it's frame 1 invincible. So this is quite nice. He now has a reversal that he can use to get out of stuff or go through stuff. Seems very good. I don't know if this will be enough to make him a good character, but it seems pretty nice. We'll have to wait and see exactly how the follow-ups to his Rekka are buffed. That'll be interesting. Jiren can now do 5LL to 2L. So I guess this just gives him some new block string routes, maybe makes frame trapping people a little bit easier. I'm fine with this change, but here's the big one. 5H startup reduced. So this is his command throw. One of the big issues with Jiren, I don't think he's a bad character by any means, but his mix-ups are not that good because his command throw is extremely reactable. If you compare it to something like Android 16 command throw, not even close. It's so easy to jump out of 5H on startup. So reducing the startup, love to see it. I hope it's a very big reduction, but we'll have to wait and see. And then finally, Videl. Easier to perform 5M to 5M Gatling. Love it. That drops for me a lot, and I don't know why. Something about the inputs. I miss that combo a lot. Also, easier to use Vanish and have great Saiyaman attack at the same time. Don't know what that's about. I've never really had an issue with this, but fine. Sounds like a nice little quality of life change. And so, guys, that's it for all the character changes. Oh my god, there were so many of these. I am sorry for rambling for so long, but, you know, I figure people want to hear what's changing. And so the only other stuff they showed here, we just got a little bit more GT Goku stuff. So on this slide, there's not much new other than I'm pretty sure this does confirm that the Ki Blast button is tied to the power pole. He does not have regular Ki Blast. He uses it for the power pole. I couldn't really tell what the point of this picture on the left here is. I'm not sure if that's him doing Kamehameha and angling it at the opponent. Not sure, but the one on the right is what we've seen before, where he points Kamehameha away from himself and that launches him into the opponent. So yeah, we've seen that before. And then here we get a little bit more screenshots of his level 1 super, so you can see on these upper screenshots he is in regular Super Saiyan, or like maybe Super Saiyan 2. I don't know, guys, sorry, I don't know the GT lore. But then in this one right in the middle, he's going Super Saiyan 3. And it clarifies again that if one of your teammates is dead, that level 1 super gets powered up. And then we've got this same kind of message that we had in the V-Jump magazine, where he's got another trick up his sleeve. He's got another level 3 super. And I'm pretty sure this says that in April, they are going to be revealing what that is. So we're going to have to wait till next month, but then we're going to find out the full details about GT Goku and what that second level 3 is. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Sorry that this video ended up being ridiculously long, but I know you guys want to hear about these changes. And I'm very happy to hear that there is a balance patch coming. I wish maybe that we had known about it a little bit sooner and they would have kept the communication a little bit more open, but hey, they're letting us know now, and it's only like a week away, so that's pretty exciting. So once the full patch notes are released on the 26th, I'm going to be doing a full run through of all of those and maybe showing you guys some in-game stuff to kind of explain what's changing. So I hope to see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.